You are welcome to the Popular Stand. Here is the Popular Stand for African football. This is where we watch African football, we discuss African football. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to this channel and give us a like so that the videos will go far for the African football. No matter how it is, this is football made in Africa. You are welcome back to the Popular Stand. Like I said, this is African football. And today I want to share the match between Wydad Casablanca and Ahly, the final of the Champions League Africa. You watch it for yourself and judge it for yourself, and you see that the African game is still alive. Let's watch the quality of the play and the euphoria in the stadium, and let's see whether we cannot compare it to any other league in the world. So let's watch along. This is African football. This is the Popular Stand.
Flags flying, people in the red shirts of both clubs walking through the streets. And now all of that behind us as we get ready for the start of this encounter. Shinawi missed the Cup of Nations final with Egypt through injury. At the other end for Raja, Ahmed Reda Tagnauti, who is in the Morocco squad as well for their upcoming Cup of Nations qualifier against South Africa. That'll be in Rabat in 10 days from now. So Ahly are wearing the red, Wydad are in the white. And it's the home side putting on the early pressure. Fati with the ball forward though. Farhan back to his goalkeeper. Aliou Dieng. He turns possession over to skipper Jabrani. It'll be the first throw-in over on the far side for Atiat Allah, the left back. 27-year-old who hasn't missed a game in the Champions League so far to take the throw-in. These two sides last meeting in the 2020 semi-final. Ahly won both here in Casablanca and at home to book their place in the final. They should go on and win at the expense of Zamalek. 2 years on, Wydad will have high hopes with home advantage of taking the title here. The players can barely hear themselves, never mind be able to concentrate on matters at hand. They'll have to put this incredible noise aside and focus on what's ahead of them. This is Ayman Ashraf back to Shinawi. Percy Tau might get his first chance up front. Good cover defence provided by Amloud. He's on the right-hand side for Wydad. So close now to an incredible achievement, Mosimane. Born in Soweto, of course, South African international. Began his coaching career under Bruce Grobler at Supersport United. First shot on goal is a wild and woolly one from the left back, Atiat Allah. Coach not particularly pressed with that. French-born, of course, the coach, former player with Toulouse in Ligue 1, played for Morocco at the Cup of Nations in 2004 when they reached the final. He was actually voted the best defender at that tournament. Dieng Fati. Yasser Ibrahim and Ashraf are the two centre-backs. Good pressure. That's going to be a foul in favour of Hamdi Fati. Committed by Hassouni. A chance for Ahly to perhaps launch their first attack of the game. Ashraf drives it through the middle, looking for Tau up front. Now a little bit of pressing from the visiting side, in particular from Abdel Kader. Here come Wydad. Good cover defence. That was Tahir Mohammed who came and won the ball back for Ahly, up to Tau. And at the back here, Farhan and Dari to clean up for Wydad. On the right-hand side, Amloud. Ayman Ashraf in defence is the only change for Al Ahly from the semi-final against Setif. Mohamed Abdel Moinem injured with a groin strain for today's game, which is a bit of a blow for Ahly in defence. Now Victor Gomes will go and have his first little word, and I think one of the ball boys might be in for a bit of trouble. Just changing the ball and making sure that El Shinawi knows that it's a goal kick. Malul, the Tunisian international, just gets away from Tahir Mohammed. Quick pace in terms of the challenges. Still waiting for a bit of rhythm up front though from both of these sides. Daoudi's effort just a little too strong. 33-year-old is in his first season with Wydad. Bit of a late bloomer. Gets an opportunity to play in a first cup final. Now Ashraf to Hamdi Fati. Mohamed Hani on the right-hand side. Tahir Mohammed gets the free kick. Fati will be the most industrious of the Al Ahly players tonight, that's for sure. Playing that defensive midfield role. Effort from Farhan to get the strikers going, with Dieng with possession. And Fati. Dieng from Mali shows a little bit too much. Challenge from Hani, back with Dieng. Fairly high turnover of possession in these early stages. Now Dieng's pass for Tau might be a little too strong. Good effort from Percy Tau. He's got to try and get it past El Amloud. Big striker up front for Wydad tonight is Guillaume Penza. Comes from Congo Brazzaville. 14 goals in the Moroccan league. Hasn't been as prolific in the Champions League this season, but he'll be leading the line for the home side. Fati again with Dieng at the heart of all the movement for Al Ahly in these early stages. It's a patient build-up. Mosimani standing right on the touchline, watching it. You can see him at the bottom of your screen. Almost like a school principal admiring the physical activity of the kids on the playground at break time. Now he wants a bit more action down that right-hand side, perhaps. Dieng. Ball taken away. Lost by Abdel Kader. Amloud. Well, they've got massive vocal backing tonight. Wydad Casablanca, can they make that count? Not that Ahly, with all their years of experience, will be intimidated by this atmosphere. But it certainly is something special on Champions League night. Now an opportunity. Benza waits in the middle. It's a decent-looking cross. Good effort there from Yasser Ibrahim. Missed the Cup of Nations through injury, but key man for Ahly in defence, particularly with Abdel Monem missing tonight. Throw in from Amloud. Good strength being shown by Rena Jadi. Now this is probably where it's impossible for the coach to get the message out. It's just hand signals amid this noise. Dieng. Once again, turnover, and now the press from Ahly. A little bit of pressure on Ashraf Dari. Amloud as well gets out of that. Now the skipper, Jabran. He's also the top goal scorer for Wydad, despite the fact he sits in a defensive midfield role. Admittedly, though, 2 of his 4 goals in this competition coming from penalties. Takes the ball away, there does Jabran. Now, first chance from Benza, gets the shot in! Strikes the upright. How close was that for Wydad? Virtually the first effort of the night from Mbenza, and inches away from giving Wydad the lead. And that means the noise levels just go up more and more. Super strike from Mbenza. He's hardly had a touch in these opening 10 minutes or so. Now Tau puts on a little pressure. Benza again. It's a difficult bounce for El Shenawi. Skids off the turf. He had to be sharp there. I think there's a little bit of a problem with the ball and whether it's properly pumped up. In the meantime, a look at Mbenza's effort. He whacked it with the right foot straight against the crossbar and away to safety. Now they're testing a few balls now before we get matters back underway. Amloud to take the throw in. And sportingly returned to Ahly by their host tonight, host of the Small Eight, of course. This is supposed to be a neutral venue, but Morocco winning the right to stage this game. Somewhat controversially, of course, Ahly objecting most vehemently, taking the matter to CAS, but losing their appeal this week. And so here we are in Casablanca on a gorgeous summer night, with the sun still shining brightly. It's 8:15 local time, and it is a cauldron of unbelievable noise. Dieng and Hani. Long ball from Shinawi. Tao will be the man he's looking for. Battling away there with Amin Farhan. It looks as if Farhan came off second best, and the diminutive frame of Percy Tau winning the physical battle there, maybe sending out a little bit of a signal. But referee's decision goes against Percy Tau. Nalti, the goalkeeper, played in Wydad's last final in 2019 when they were up against Esperance of Tunisia. Walked off in that final in controversy over the VAR. Here's Malul. Play on, says Victor Gomez. Went down a little too easy. Ball driven in, perhaps a little too closely to El Shinawi by Reda Jadi. That was perhaps a half chance. Fatih loses out in the middle. This is an opportunity. Another long range shot. What a goal! What a super goal! Wydad have the lead. Mutaraji, he's hardly been in the game. He's come up with something special. Wydad Casablanca, with a long-range effort, have taken the lead. Zuhair El Mutaraji, given a bit of space, look at the distance, look at the power. No chance for El Shinawi. What a goal for a cup final. He's hardly had a look in these early stages. Got a bit of a bend on it. No chance for El Shinawi. And Wydad are in glory land. He missed the semi against Petro here because of suspension. Back into the lineup. There's the reaction off the bench. Just what they were looking for. Now we see what Ahly have got in their locker, because they are going to have to come out fighting. A long way to go still. What a marvellous goal. That'll settle Wydad down as well. Hani now, down the line, looking for Tahir Mohammed. What is the response going to be from Ahly, 10-time African champions? They've won this trophy 5 times more than the next most successful side, which is Mazembe and Zamalek. They've won it 5 times. It's been a dominant last 40 years for Ahly in African club competition, but they are more than meeting their match here tonight. Don't adjust your sets at home. That is the smoke from the flares in celebration. Now driven forward by Ashraf in search of Tau. One in the midfield by the ever-industrious Hamdi Fati. This is Malul. Tau again. And before it could get to him, good interception from Amloud. Malul, of course, a left-footed set-piece specialist. He will take the throw in here. And he'll be looking for a chance later on, I'm sure, from a free kick or a corner. Nasser Ibrahim, forward. Another long ball. In from Dieng. This might be a chance for Tau. It comes off his knees, bounces away. Only as far as Hani. Tau again. They're keeping a close eye on the former Brighton player, ex-Anderlecht and Club Brugge, and of course Mamelodi Sundowns. And Amloud's on the charge now. Jadi inside. Amloud one more time. Here comes Wydad looking for number 2, missed by Mbenza. Counter-attack opportunity for Abdelkader and for Ahly. No foul. Mosimani charging down the technical area, also looking for a decision. Not given. This was that opportunity. Look at Mbenza, unmarked. Dieng came in a bit late, but he didn't get much of a touch on it, if any, the Congolese striker. It was an excellent run from Amloud. Eventually, Ahly with a clearance. Well, the Moroccans enjoying a purple patch at the moment. They will know, though, from past history against Ahly, this is far from over. Malul, great ball, lovely ball into the penalty area. Interception as well from Gabran. But that for El Shahata should really have been an opportunity to test the goalkeeper. What an excellent ball from Malul, that cultured left foot of his. And the cover defence, outstanding too from Farhan. Well, that's just a little signal from Ahly of their potential. Now another long-range shot. Dawoodi this time. He sticks it well wide of the target. Disappointment for Jalal Dawoodi. His first season at Wydad. At the age of 33, signed as something of a backup player, but has worked his way into the starting lineup. Gets to play in the Champions League final for the first time. Dieng. Back to Ayman Ashraf. Ashraf, of course, something of a utility player for Ahly. Here he is in possession again. He can slot it anywhere where you need him. Malul. Up to Tau. Now with Tahir Mohamed. Little touch from El Kader, looking for Percy Tau. Was he shoved off the ball? What does Victor Gomez say? Goal kick. Dangerous little challenge there from Wydad in the penalty area. Tau might have made a bit more of that. Looking promising as far as Mosimani is concerned in search of the equaliser. They would have been stunned a little bit, Ahly, by conceding that goal. El Mudraji with probably one of the strikes of the season, certainly of this competition so far. Hani underneath it for El Ahly. Fati had the last touch. No, it's been given Ahly's way. No, he'll take the free kick. A long trip from Cairo for many of these fans. Will it be worth it? We'll discover a little later on tonight. Taha Mohamed, still here. So Mohamed gets the shot in, deflection over the top. And we will have the first corner for El Ahly. Taha Mohamed also in his first season in the Ahly squad at this level. Signed from Arab contractors. Put your hands down, says Victor Gomez. Not sure anyone can hear him, even at that closer range, but it is a real wrestling match in there. Well, the referee's trying to sort it out, but he might have to resort to the whistle. Here comes the corner. All very physical in there. The whole crowd can see you tugging and pulling. No, he tells Dawoodi. I think the hand signals are pretty clear from Victor Gomez. They have to be with this noise. Now turned in by Malul. Another corner. Benza and Dari combining. Always dangerous from set pieces are Ahly. Still not happy with the ball, or is that a signal from Malou? Another curled in towards the near post, and it's going to be another corner. Once more, Mbenza, the striker, turns defender, helping out. Every single player of Wydad Casablanca is back in their own penalty area defending. This is a little bit higher. Header, just wide. Excellent opportunity. Yasser Ibrahim had the chance to level matters for Ahly. How close was he? Gets away from the marking, turns it just wide of goal. That was an excellent chance. Look at how the defenders peeled off him. When he sees that again, he'll know what an opportunity for Ahly. Disappointment for Mosamani, for Syed Abdelhaiz, the technical director, who serves as his assistant as well on the bench. Play on, says Victor Gomez, right in front of the action. Dieng gets it out to Malou. Another ball curls towards the back post, comes off the head of Dari. Dieng, Malou, the same combination. Looking for Abdel Kader, nicely cut out by Amlul. Referee allowing play to continue. Tahir Mohammed, edge of the area. El Shahata, is that a foul? No, says the referee. Play on. Some desperate defending now from Raja. From Wydad, excuse me. Big derby's coming up in Casablanca in a couple of weeks' time in the semi-final of the local cup. You must remember, this is a city with two sides and deeply divided as well. One half red, one half green. Well, there was an opportunity to break away there, but that's as if Wydad a little concerned about exposing themselves at the back. High ball up for Tau again. He's had to deal with the strong aerial presence of Farhan. Perhaps not the best strategy to get the ball to Percy Tau. Now Benza chases. He's got some pace about him. Big and strong, the Congolese as well, up against Yasser Ibrahim, who wins the battle in the end. Foul against Mbenza. He's on loan here at Wydad from Antwerp, the Belgian club. They signed him when he was still a teenager, and they've loaned him out to Switzerland and now to Morocco to get some experience. Foul. Dari was the player brought down, and Ahly didn't hear the whistle. Challenge from Tahir Mohammed, perhaps a little bit soft. He carried on. Impossible to hear the whistle amid this atmosphere. Blocked from Mohammed, Hani Mohammed. Ahly to take the throw-in. He's just become a Moroccan international, won his first cap in the World Cup playoffs against the Democratic Republic of Congo in March, hoping to go to the World Cup in Qatar. Doesn't see much action down their left-hand side in this game so far, away from Yasser Ibrahim. Foul committed on the defender as well, so there'll be a chance for Ahly to get this forward now. two sides have met 10 times over the last decade. 4 wins for Ahly, 4 draws, 2 for Wydad Casablanca. In more recent times, it really has become something of a Champions League rivalry to savour. Ibrahim. Malul on the chase. Just a little too strong for him. Well, the dignitaries have a prime position on the halfway line. Early ball up front to the goal scorer. Al Mutaraji finds his path blocked. Possession won here by Ahly. Abdel Kader continues. Good challenge from Dari in defence. Now with Dawoudi. And again the pressing from Ahly ensures the turnover. They've been the top of turnovers in this competition so far. More than any side in the Champions League. 25 or more high turnovers, so in other words, well inside their opponent's half. Very much part of the tactic here from Coach Mosamani. Needs a lot of physical exertion though. They've had 9 days rest coming into this game of Ahly, with local games postponed to allow them to prepare properly. Tau out wide. Combination with Hani Mohammed. Percy Tau continues. Malul on the edge of the area. Malul gets the return pass. Just a little foot in there from Wydad to take it away. And now chasing up is Jabrani. Reda inside, looking for Mbenza. All on his own. 3 defenders. He's still going. Shot wide of target. That's the effort from Mbenza, but well wide of Shinawi's goal. He's already served notice of his striking potential, both left and right foot as well. Really looks a quality striker. At the age of 22, got much going for him. A little picture there of some of the CAF Exco members, including Mr. Hani from Egypt, who was sitting behind. He will be particularly concerned with the way things are going at the moment. A little bit of an injury break. That's Mohamed Al Khatib, the president of Ahly Club, known as Bibo in his playing days. He was the hero of their first victory. The man who hired Mosamani for the job as well. Excellent first strike. Even El Shinawi had to admit it. Zuhair El Mutaraji. He's the one change in the Wydad lineup from the semi-final second leg here at home against Petro Atletico. It ended in a draw, but they'd already won the first leg in Luanda. Both sides had fairly pedestrian performances in the second legs of their semi-finals after very strong showings in the first leg. The referee's allowing the foul on Fati, so he was looking for a little advantage. Didn't come. Mbenza with the challenge, and Ahly have the free kick. Well into the final 15 minutes now of this first half Champions League final. Tahir Mohammed, Yasser Ibrahim, Mohamed Hani out on the right. Dieng, the link man in the middle. Lots of talk about him going to play in Europe next season. Tao wants possession with Dieng. Here's the combination of the two foreign players in the lineup. Dieng back to Tao. Tao continues, and they'll get another corner. All of a sudden, a little burst of pace from Percy Tao, and some panic in that Wydad defence. In the end, Farhan made the interception. This will be the fourth corner for Ahly. Header chance, and again it's so close. On that occasion, just flashing wide a goal. Might there have been a little touch for a corner along the way. Well, we saw Yasser Ibrahim earlier with the first chance. El Shahat with another opportunity. Ahly have been dangerous from set pieces throughout this competition this year, and proving it again here. Referee Gomez allowing play to continue. Good flow to the game from the referee. That's given away now to Abdel Kader. Fati out wide, excellent ball. Early one in for Tao, and again Jabran with the interception, and it stopped from going for a corner. Well, Ahly finds something here before half-time. Certainly putting the pressure on. One again in defence by Amloud. Well, the coach doesn't agree with the decision from referee Gomez. It'll be Ahly ball with Malul, with Fati, and now with Yasser Ibrahim. Lots of movement up front as well. Ayman Ashraf. Dieng. They are really sitting back here, Wydad. Tahir Mohammed, Abdel Kader. Little combinations on the edge of the area with Fati not working out. Now a chance for Wydad. Good persistence from Mutaraji, and he's won the throw-in. They'll be pleased to hear the half-time whistle. Wydad, confirmation of their lead in the first 45 minutes. Given away by Farhan. Dieng looking for options. Charging through the middle. That's a little bit too much from Dieng. Went down far too easily as well. Referee not interested. Now with Jabran, the skipper. Excellent work on the right in this game so far from Amloud. This is the Belgian-born Reda Jadi. Dari at the back. Well, it's almost stolen away there. Little hesitation from Wydad. Despite the lead, there's still an air of anxiousness about some of their play. Malul, straight down the middle. Just a little bit too strong. Looking for Tahir Mohammed again. Goalkeeper's not had too much of the ball, to be fair. But Ahly have had certainly plenty possession. Good work from El Shahat. Well, about 6.5 minutes now to the break. This is Percy Tau. Malul. Well, could it be these two sides are going to be separated by that wonder goal from El Mutraji? Or will Ahly find their way onto the score sheet as well? They're certainly looking for the opportunities, much more adventurous than the home side. Despite all this massive support, it's a rather reticent-looking Wydad at the moment. Dieng. Now Ayman Ashraf. Gambling a little bit there with Gadi right on his tail. That's well worked off the chest of Atiat Allah. You can see why Morocco have put him into their squad for the Cup of Nations. They'll be hosting Bafana on the 9th of June in Rabat, and then they play Liberia here on the 13th of June. They're opening two matches in Group K of the Cup of Nations qualifiers for Ivory Coast 2023. Free kick here for Ahly. Taken quickly as well. Referee says hang on. And a little word there for Jabran. There was a challenge on Taha Mohammed. Just walking the wall back the required distance is Victor Gomes. Ali Malul is there with that left foot. This will be his first chance from a set piece. It was perhaps the decoy, that didn't work. Victor Gomes spoilt their best made plans. El Shahat and Malul. Malul with the left foot, delivers towards the back post. It's Tagnauti who clears somewhat spectacularly. El Shanawi now drives it forward. A little too strong, and goalkeeper looking to play for a little bit of time here as we head towards the break. There's a long way to go in this game, though, it must be said. Another inviting ball from Malul. So good with that left foot. He'll be at the World Cup with Tunisia later this year. Another chance for the goal scorer. Can he double it? It's going to be the first corner for Wydad. Looks dangerous whenever he cuts in from that left-hand side, El Mutraji. Spocked himself in a little bit. Eventually, combination of Hamdi Fati and Dieng denying him progress. Looked to be a good ball in, though. Has resulted in a corner and an opportunity from the set piece here for Wydad. Benza with the requisite red hair to the near post. Yasser Ibrahim is dispossessed by Dari, and El Shanawi makes the save. Looking for options. The big stadium clock will tell them there's only 2 minutes to go. Ball over the top in search of Tau. My word, what a spectacular clearance from the goalkeeper. Diving header from Tagnauti to deny progress for Percy Tau. And they were caught there. Now, Who's that yellow card for? The goalkeeper, first of the game. Farhan. That's Tau. Tau again. A little difficult there for Fatih, but he's kept it alive. Malul. And Ahly really commanding possession. But can they do something with it? Tahir Mohammed. Ali Malul, he goes for goal with the left foot. Swings away from the target. Worth the effort. We are some 30 seconds away, and then we're into stoppage time at the end of the first half. That was the yellow card for Jabran. And Victor Gomez allowed play to continue to eventually book the central defender. Free kick here, and Benza is fouled. We have just 1 minute added on. Lim Ki Chong sitting there behind, the famous Mauritian referee, now an assessor. And Benza's up. Might have been a little soft, but there was certainly a push in there from Fatih. It's a long way out, but we've seen the power of the earlier strike from Mutraji. We've seen the power from Mbenza as well. Now, what are they going to come up with? A long-range effort to test El Shenawi, and it goes wide of goal. No deflection. Gaudi claiming there was one, and he's certainly right. It came off Dieng. Referee didn't miss that, didn't get it right. And now the end of the first half. So a goal, and a spectacular one of that from Zuhair El Mutraji, gives Wydad the lead as the two sides go into the break. Al Ahly with the lion's share of possession. A couple of good chances from set pieces as well for the visiting side from Egypt, but they trail here against Wydad at half-time in the Champions League final. And as the sun begins to set over this wonderful city, we still have a fabulous 45 minutes of football, we hope, ahead of us.
MUTV.
And they win this chat back. Instructions for Mbenza from Walid Regawi. There is Pitso Mosamani on the cusp, of course, of a new benchmark for coaches in this competition, particularly African coaches, looking to win it for a fourth time. That'll be a record equaling feat by the South African trainer. Both sides, final huddle. Victor Gomez has a look at his watch. We should be underway shortly with the second half of this encounter. It looks as if Walid Soliman is standing by to come on. In which case, Ahly might well be making the first change. The two benches. No changes from Wydad at the end or at the beginning of the second half. Now we will have a throw in here for Mohamed Hani. Clearance forward from Yasser Ibrahim. The first opportunity now for Al Ahly to continue where they picked up, or pick up where they left off, I should say, from the first half. And Benza forward though for Wydad. That's a foul on Ty Mohammed, and it might well be the second card of the game. Victor Gomez showing a little leniency, or Dari. Whenever the home side have possession, there's certainly an adverse reaction from the crowd. Wolf whistles sounding around the Mohammed Sang Stadium. Certainly dominated in the first half in terms of possession, some 67% for Al Ahly. Now with Abdul Qadir. Past one challenge, looking to beat another. Out wide, this might be a great chance. Malou provided the cross, and it went through the leg of El Shahat. Excellent chance there. Now on the break, Reda Jaidi. Cutting inside the goal scorer. This might be a late run in here. Saved by El Shinawi. Whoa! Mutraji one more time. A second goal for Wydad. They've doubled their lead. Straight after the break, Wydad Casablanca have Zuhair El Mutraji to thank for a 2-goal lead, and now Pitso Mosamani must come up with a plan. This was the break from the home side. El Mutraji got there ahead of Mohamed Hani. He was perhaps ball watching. Followed up after the initial save from Shinawi, and has his second goal, and he is turning into the cup final hero. Point blank range. Wydad 2, Ahly 0. And Casablanca now on the cusp of exploding. That's the celebration from Walid Regawi. Is he going to win his first Champions League? Big task now for Al Ahly. 2 goals down. It's an unfamiliar position for them. Lion's share of the possession, and yet they trail to 2 splendid goals. The first one from El Mutraji was something special. The second one, opportunistic. They've got Casablanca singing now, that's for sure. Here's Taha Mohammed. No way past the strong defensive form of Amin Farhan. We're going to see the changes momentarily from Ahly. In the meantime, shot in desperation from some range from Taha Mohammed. Mr. Mosamani looking to bring on his top goal scorer, Mohammed Sharif. And also Mohammed Magdi Afsha, as he's known. They are in ecstasy here in Casablanca. Still a fair amount of football ahead of us. We're only 5 minutes into the second half. Down the line here. A little bit too strong in the end for Ayman Hassouni. Corner chance. So here come the changes. Mohammed Sharif and Mohammed Magdi Afsha, who was man of the match in the last two Champions League finals. Mohammed Sharif is the top goal scorer. He'll be wearing jersey number 10. Abdel Kader is off. Two important players on. Sharif with 6 goals in the last Champions League, 5 in this campaign. Certainly knows his way to the back of the net. And he'll need to score twice here, and he'll need to score quickly if the Egyptian Giants are to get their way back into this game. To the near post. They've been caught by 2 sucker punches, really. Ahly find themselves in deep trouble. Driven in, away by Amdi Fati. Benza, still in Benza. They've got a corner out of it. They'll take their time about these set pieces. This is Atiat Allah. Certainly push numbers forward. Wydad. A third now would certainly put this beyond the Egyptian Giants. It's El Shenawi quickly with the ball out, and Taha Mohammed, who's looked the most impressive. Percy Tau is offside. He was right in front of linesman Siwela. And the flag was up very quickly from the man from Alex. And very clearly Tau offside. So free kick to be taken by Tagnawi, the offside against Percy Tau. And Benza's the target up front, dealt with in defence. Now the skipper. Ashraf at the back with the clearance. It'll be a throw-in on the far side to a much more convincing-looking Wydad. Fans have got their mobiles out, the lights are on. It looks like Christmas in Casablanca. What a fine night so far to be a Wydad fan. Foul on Sharif, no. Gomez says play on. This is Dieng. Needs to drive things forward from midfield for Ahly. Chance down Benza. took his eye off the ball. Still they come, Wydad, looking for that third. That'll put it beyond Ahly for sure. Atiadala. Now the goal, the hero. Inside to Hassouni. Out wide. Looking for the attempted shot, perhaps. Oh, that's a strong challenge from Dieng. Free kick, surely. He was late. He'll get a yellow card. Well, there can be no complaints, really. And Victor Gomez makes that pretty clear. Dieng was late with the challenge. He might have come off second best as well. The follow through certainly dangerous from the Malian midfielder. The free kick in a very good position here. Didn't go all their way in the group phase. Ahly has certainly improved in the knockout stages. Now they find themselves training again. And there's no rush to take this kick either from Wydad. 2 goals up. Just over 10 minutes gone in the second half. Now he's setting the wall. Sherif back there helping out. Hani as well. And Dawoodi and the skipper Jabran. Dawoodi might be the man to take it, number 15. Jabran just behind him, number 10. These days you can't combine or latch yourself onto a wall, so someone's got to make way there. The referee trying to sort that out. This is all working in Wydad's favour. Eating up the time. Jalal Dawoodi, and the shot forces the deflection, and we'll have a corner. This city on the cusp of some huge celebrations now. Several set-piece chances, corners here in the second half for Wydad after a first half in which Ahly certainly dominated. Fearing headers from Ali Malul, doesn't go very far. Now a chance to get it forward. One back by the goal hero, Mutraji, straight to El Shinawi. Now, of course, in the winning side for the last 2 years. Most of these Ahly players tasted success last year against Kaizer Chiefs and the year before against Zamalek. The first for Percy Tau, though, in a final of the Champions League with Ahly. Not first for him, though. Winner in 2016 with Mamelodi Sundowns. Sherif bundled off the ball, doesn't get the decision from Victor Gomez. That's a good challenge on Tahir Mohamed. Mutraji helping out with defensive work. Having done his bits on attack as well. We are moving now towards the hour mark here in Casablanca. 13 minutes for Ahly to get themselves back into this tie. We have seen some sensational comebacks in the past, but finals traditionally turn very cagey once one side has an advantage. It's up to Ahly to prize their way through the Wydad defence and get themselves into this game. Yasser Ibrahim looking for Tahir Mohamed. There's the flick on. Now a chance for Mohamed Sharif. Defensive work from Dari. He's only 23 years old, the centre-back. He's played every game of this competition for Wydad. And you can see why he's played for Morocco as well at junior level, at under 17s and under 20s. Ali Malloul on the chase. It's going to be a goal kick. There he is, Ashraf Dari. Some disconsolate faces there amongst the Ahly supporters, the couple of thousand who've made the trip from Cairo. Running repairs for Victor Gomez. In the meantime, a chance to remind of superb initiative here from El Mutraji. And the delights. And a rather disconsolate Percy Tau too. El Mutraji has written his name into Wydad folklore here, if they can hold on. Rather convenient break for both sides now as Victor Gomez looks to sort out his technical issues. He obviously has a need for communication with the VAR, who've not been called into action tonight. Chance to get some water on board. And some tactics now from Kitso Mosimani and from Walid Regawi. Quiet on the southern side of this magnificent stadium where the Al Ahly fans are. But it is heaving elsewhere. It is joyous noise, and all courtesy of this man, El Mutraji. Back into the lineup as well for today's encounter. Still a hold-up for Victor Gomes. Now a yellow card is coming from the referee off screen for, I think it's for Saeed Abdel Haiz, who's the assistant coach. He was moaning, there he is, he was moaning at the referee going into the half-time break, and he has persisted. Victor Gomez has run out of patience. So back in touch with VAR is referee Gomez, and we can get matters underway here again in the Champions League final. A decent 2-minute break, and we are just past the hour mark. Big, strong hoof forward. Ousmane Dembele amongst the spectators here, French international from Barcelona. His wife is Moroccan, that's the connection. Ashraf, straight down the middle. Two new strikers on, or a playmaker and a striker, with Ashraf and with Sharif. They've not had a chance yet to start dominating things. The two changes that Kitso Mosimani has made. Tahir Mohamed. Now Sharif, off the chest. Good defensive work again from Atiyat Ala. Mutraji sends it out onto the far side to Jadi. Malul with a challenge. Jadi's going to look to take some time off the clock here as well. Jadi started his career in Belgium at Standard Liège. There's a big Moroccan community in Belgium, of course, some of whom have played in the Belgian national team. We think of Marwan Fellaini, for example. Jadi played for Belgium at under 17 level, but then switched his allegiances, featured for Morocco in the Chan competition. Hassouni. Little chip towards the back post. El Shenawi with those long arms claims it out of the air. Now he needs to get it forward. Percy Tau in the number 9 role. Good turn from him. It's a tight angle. That's good defensive work from Dadi. Oh, the youngster really comes up tops there. Big smile on his face as well. He's come through the academy ranks at Wydad. He's a real talent. He's got the crowd going to turn a pace there to just push Percy Tau out wide. You can see the frustration beginning to show a little now. Tau looked to be away here, but look at the pace here of Dadi. That was superbly done. What have they got next in the locker? Nauti hasn't really been tested in this game. Perhaps 2 corners in the first half. Best chances for the Egyptians. Lots of possession for Ahly. Not enough shots. Now Magdi. Nice turn from Tahir Mohammed. Gets the free kick as well. Going to leave us for Mohamed Magdi. Afsha. In the meantime, another change in the offing with Amr Sulaya standing by to come on, and Mohsen Salah as well. In from Afsha. The header is over the top. No real problems there for Sagnauti. Two more changes we await for. In the meantime, shot from some distance from Reda Jaidi. Perhaps a little tired looking effort. I mean, nice and busy out on the right hand side in this encounter. Ahly still struggling to get those changes on. The fourth official somewhat distracted by some of the ball boys and attendants off field, and he's now doing the paperwork, and we should have those 2 changes any moment now for Ahly. In the meantime, forward goes Daudi, out wide. This time nicely cleared by Ayman Ashraf. Tahir Mohammed has possession. Looking for Tau. Dari again. Done a good job on Percy Tau in today's game. Benza. Still in Benza. Full of confidence. He had that early warning that was struck against the crossbar of the Egyptian side in the first half. No, here come the changes now. The engine of Hamdi Fati has run out of gas, and Amar El Sulaya comes on. Scored in the final against Kaizer Chiefs on this very ground last year. And then Salah on for the right back, Mohamed Hani. So perhaps he's going to change the formation, Pitso Mosamani, and use just three at the back. It'll be a bit of a stop-start affair. One fancies here in the second half. Wydad will be looking for time. It's a very disappointed Hamdi Fati. He's played 44 games already this season for club and country, and yet continues to turn in real workmanlike performances week in, week out for Ahly and for Egypt. The two coaches contrasting emotions, contrasting experiences here. Forward from Dieng. Tau looking to provide the ball for Sherif. Free kick must be taken again, says Victor Gomez. Ball was still in motion. Mutraji with a little gamesmanship. He knows it too. Little smile there for Victor Gomez. It will be Ali Malo with the left foot, perhaps. Quite a way out. Discussion with Afsha. In from Malo. Clearing header came from Farhan. Now the counter with Jadi. Daudi in the middle. Tau might take this away. Nice little touch. Yasser Ibrahim is forward. Now they're looking for Mohammed Sharif. Neatly cut out. Good defensive work again from Atiyat Ala. Dieng. That ball from El Salaya. He's won it back. Chance for the shot. Oh, that's a good save. Diving effort from Tagnauti. But Afsha coming on and looking to turn things around here. On target too. Might have been curling away. Goalkeeper was taking no chances. Crowd enjoyed that as well. Mohamed Hani on the right-hand side, and Hamdi Fati can barely bring himself to watch. We've got just over 15 minutes remaining. And then you know, of course, the house is going to absolutely explode here. El Salaya, long ball in search of Tau. A little slip there, but Atiyat Ala still gets it forward. Tahir Mohammed and Dieng combining. Farhan. Anywhere will do. It's regular turnover of possession now between these two teams. Ahly still with a lion's share of possession. The latest stats, 63% of this game. Not as dominant as the first half, though. And one more goal that they've conceded. Al-Sulaya. Here goes Tau. Too strong. Not been his night, Percy Tau. And Pitso Mosamani will begin to realise soon, too, that it's not going to turn out to be his night either. And that record of Manuel Jose, 4 previous Cup of Nations triumphs, will remain in place for one more year. This competition, the next edition, gets underway in August already. They'll do the draw next month in July. The entries close at the end of this month. The cycle very quickly continues. A nice challenge from Taha Mohammed. He's perhaps been the outstanding performer tonight for Al Ahly. Another long ball, this time for Sharif. That defence of Wydad has also been a huge contributor. Yasser Ibrahim will win the free kick. Foul was committed by Daudi. And everybody sees the funny side of that, if there is a funny side. Ball's out wide with Taha Mohammed. Back with Dieng. Everybody now inside the Wydad half except for Ahly goalkeeper El Shinawi. They need something, and they need something quickly, the Cairo Giants. Otherwise, this is going to slip away from them. Taha Mohammed towards the back post. Kept in play here. Yasser Ibrahim, the centre-back, being pushed forward. He has the strike from Malou over the top. Didn't take a deflection either, and it is going to be a goal kick. No surprise that Tagnauti will stay down after this. He smacked it with the left foot, shaped up to try and get a bit of a curl on it. It was bending, but a little too late from Malul. Arguably the finest left foot in African football, Ali Malul. We hope he'll be able to produce something for Tunisia at the World Cup in Qatar. Taha Mohammed. Mutraji wins the free kick. More time ticks away. Got caught late there by Taha Mohammed. Pitso Mosamani will now be read the riot act by the fourth official. And he'll be well aware, though, that time-wasting tactics are top of the agenda now for Wydad. If the shoe was on the other foot, Al Ahly would be doing much the same. Afsha, Dieng. El Sulaya. Time running out. Taha Mohammed, who's moved on to the right-hand flank. Ayman Ashraf to El Sulaya. The ball is long. It's with Malul. It's with Sharif. Good persistent defending, though, by Wydad. All the Moroccans are behind the ball. The crowd are behind them. And no way through at the moment for Al Ahly. Good defensive work again. On that occasion, from Atiadala. Now he's sweeping. Long ball forward. Dowdy with a clearing header. Dowdy. And they're looking for the counter-attack opportunity, and of course for a chance for El Mutraji to claim a cup final hat-trick. You'll remember Khaled Bebo, who scored 3 in the second leg of the final against Mamelodi Sundowns back in 2001. Wydad, of course, have yet to make a change in this game, but the first looks to be in the offing. Fred Tsumu, who also comes from Congo, along with Mbenza, standing by to come on. Lots of ball on the right for Tahir Mohammed. Dieng. Al-Salaya. Lost his place in the middle of the park to Al-Shatta earlier on in the season. No way through. This might be a chance though. There's Dieng, drives it towards goal, shots, good save, and the follow-up is blocked. Wydad hold on to that 2-goal lead. That was pretty close. Mohammed Sharif sees the opportunity slip away. Towers in there. It was an excellent little touch in from Mohsen Salah. Good save as well, and the follow-up, and credit to the fullback Amloud. Eight minutes to go. Dieng trying to drive Ali forward. Now Percy Tau. Tau saved by Tagnawi. That's another good chance. Ghana begging. They are knocking on the door though, Ahly. Just one needs to go in and we'll be set for a grandstand finish here in Casablanca. It's often said that these finals turn into dull, cagey affairs. That's not the case here in Casablanca. And now the double change is coming from Wydad. So Tsumu, he is 31-year-old, played at Eintracht Frankfurt in the past. The Congolese will come on. And then the second change for the home side is Abdallah Hamoud. And Benza goes off. Big round of applause for him. This might be his last game in a Wydad shirt, on loan from Antwerp. And his performances this season could well earn him a return to the top flight in Belgium. It's a very young Abdallah Hamoud who comes on. He'll be turning 21 next month. Al-Salaya stripped of the ball. The first touch from Hamoud. Let's see what the youngster can do. Hassouni, still Hassouni. One challenge beaten, another one too. And then intercepted by Malul. He wants the ball back from El Shinawi, and he's going to go long. High ball deep into the Wydad half. This might be a chance for Sharif. Goal kick. Hit it on the half volley, Mohammed Sharif. Difficult one to take down. Desperate times call for desperate measures. We are going to have a yellow perhaps now, or a little warning from Mr. Gomes for goalkeeper Tagnawi, who he is accusing of time wasting. This was that magnificent save he made from Percy Tau, literally stealing it off his feet. How different that might have been had that gone in. Perhaps the best chance of the game. Crowd will be baying for the whistle now. It's still a good 5 minutes away, plus a bit of stoppage time, but unless there is something special in these closing stages now from Ahly, this is a trophy that's heading to Wydad Casablanca. It'll be their third triumph, and it'll come 30 years after their first. All the Egyptians with a lion's share of possession. Ayman Ashraf. Everybody pushing forward now. Ashraf on the edge of the area. Excellent defending again from Wydad. They get the free kick too. And a kiss on the forehead in celebration. Mutraji off. Mbenza, the assistant coach who has been booked, Syed Abdelhaiz. He was a great player in his day. I think you get a sense now celebrations will start pretty shortly. Rather long face there from Bibo. Mahmoud Al-Khatib, the Ahly president, took a punt on Pitso Mosamani. Liked what he saw when Mosamani was in charge of Mamelodi Sundowns, particularly that famous 5-0 win at Attridgeville in the quarterfinal in 2019, when Sundowns absolutely mesmerized Ahly, handed them their heaviest defeat ever. And Mosamani has delivered 2 Champions Leagues since arriving in Cairo, but it looks as if the third remains elusive. Two and a half minutes plus stoppage time remain. Long ball for Sharif. This is going to be a corner. Rather spectacular from the goalkeeper. Well, that defense still held nice and firm. Did get a little touch just to make sure. I think it was looping over anyway, but Tagnarti taking no chances. Still in the back of the goal receiving treatment. And Victor Gomez to add time on. Chance for everyone to catch their breath, and the Ahly players, well, they know all about seeing time off. Just minutes away now from bursting into celebration. Pitso Mosamani having to calm down the substitutes as well. Well, it'll be a disappointing night again for Egyptian football. It's not been a good 2022 for them. And Morocco still got much to look forward to, not only the celebrations coming up tonight, but the World Cup later on this year. Badi Anouk, who played in the 2019 final, is coming on. There is also a late little cameo here for Serhat. And the celebrations and the smiles begin to break out now amongst the Wydad squad. And Serhat will be taking the place of Reda Jadi. Off comes the Belgian-born. Edging ever closer. Into stoppage time we go. Little flick on as Asra into the penalty area. Another good bit of defensive work. Is there a free kick? No, says Victor Gomez. Handball is the call against Walid Soliman. He made the presumption that he'd won the free kick. The referee told Daoudi not to time waste either. That's a good call from Victor Gomez. Soliman was going down before the contact was made. Now he goes across to the subs bench, Victor Gomez. Well, insult added to injury. Persistent complaining off the bench from Karim Mahmoud, and he will go off into the change room. Unnecessary, really. Frustration, though, understandable from Ahly. They had high hopes of a third successive Champions League title, but it's snatched away tonight by Wydad Casablanca, who are in a few moments going to be the African champions yet again. Foul by Tsumu. Well, they're celebrating already. The whistle hasn't gone, but it's a mountain that is going to prove impossible for even the greatest club in African football, Ahly of Cairo, to mount. They have a free kick here. These really are stunning scenes in Casablanca. Unbelievable atmosphere tonight in this Champions League final. There's going to be one more change as well, just to wind down the clock from the home side, with Hamza Ashrir coming on. Rashid Daoudi will be going off for Jalal Daoudi, I should call him. Rashid Daoudi played in the 1992 side for Wydad. Nuruddin Nebet, you might remember him, fabulous defender. Was a big part of that team too. Went on to a magnificent career in Europe and at national team level. Smiles all round, even as Daoudi's been stretched off. He'll play no further part. The sub will come on in his place. So, maybe a consolation. Long-range shot here, straight at goal and wide. Well, he might have come on a little bit too late, Afsha. He often has been a match winner for the team from Cairo. Tagnauti, not that he will care too much. Well, it's not to be for Pitso Mosimane. 3 in a row, never done before in African football by any club in this competition. There it is. Wydad Casablanca are Champions League winners, kings of the continent. 2 goals tonight from Zuhair Al Mutraji, and the Moroccan club win the top prize on the continent for the 3rd time. The celebrations are going to be massive. Walid Regawi, the winning coach. Disappointment for Ahly, for Ali Malou. But magnificent celebrations now in this wonderful old stadium, which has hosted so many big nights in continental football. Big efforts, but disappointment in the end. Percy Tau had a couple of half chances. And Pitso Mosimane, well, what could he have done differently? Really, they were caught by a magnificent strike in the first half from El Mutraji, and then perhaps some ball watching. Defence was sleeping early on in the second half. Certainly looked the more enterprising of the two teams, did Al Ahly. But what counts in the end is the goal tally, and that is in favour of Wydad Casablanca. This crowd is going nowhere. We'll all be savouring the moment. Massive presence tonight of fans, and a good effort from the Egyptians too. A couple of plane loads who flown in and will be flying out. Man of the match tonight, no surprise, double goal scorer Zuhair El Mutraji. We might get to hear from him. Presumably in either in Arabic or French. Won't be able to hear him from where we are, so won't be able to offer you anything in the way of translation. Not that that would have been possible anyway. There's the winning coach on the mobile, presumably with someone special, someone close. I wonder whether that's not a call from the King of Morocco, given that everyone else is listening in. A call of congratulations. The television cameras are in there from Moroccan TV. I think that might be a good guess. He will be receiving congratulations for a job well done. In a good Champions League campaign for Wydad. 20 goals scored before tonight. They were the leading goal scorers coming into this final in the tournament, and adding 2 more wonder goals. What has proven to be a really exciting final. Top atmosphere. and some good football, some exciting stuff. So an opportunity for us to just reflect back on the 90 minutes of football. That was a poignant picture of the two coaches before kick-off.